Link down in the description box. As always, if you want to read these at your own leisure, I posted a video last week on the first details. Now the whole thing is here. So let's get right into it. The Division Update 1.23 on PS4, also known as Update 9.1 on all other platforms, can now be downloaded and installed. It's about 2.8 gigabytes on the PS4, not too sure about the PC. NPC and AI developer comment, the balance changes in Title Update 9.1 are intended to eliminate outliers with NPC weapons, abilities, and behaviors. These are specific fixes and a first pass at balancing these outliers. If further adjustments are necessary, then they'll be made in Title Update 10. Give this video a thumbs down and I'll make sure when you wake up you are in a tent, because that's your new home. Anyhow, we are also looking at global NPC balance changes with the Title Update 10. NPC status effect nerfs. Certain NPC status effects were too strong. With TU 9.1, we're adjusting their damage to players. These changes also affect PvP. Reduced damage caused to players by burn status effect. So that sunscreen's really working. See what I did there? Reduced damage caused to players by bleed status effect. Robitussin's working real good. Nbc Weapon Nerfs developer comment. Certain NPC weapons dealt significantly more damage than others. These changes should bring them more in line with other NPCs' damage output capabilities. So the changes: reduced damage and out of cover accuracy of SMG used by Red Bar Hyena Assault. Reduced range of Cleaner's Tank's Flamethrower. Nerfed Hyena RC Cars. Reduced damage of Hyena RC Car Explosion. Reduced the duration of lingering ground fire from Elite Hyena RC Car Explosion. Reduced duration of burn confused status effect applied by Elite Hyena RC Car Explosion. Reduce how often Hyena RC Cars are deployed. We just need to neuter the hyenas, is all I'm saying. Nerfed Black Tusk Suicide Drones. Reduced damage of Black Tusk Suicide Drone Explosion and how often Black Tusk Suicide Drones are deployed. You know, yeah. Sorry, I'm like half asleep. Fixed issue where NPCs could throw a Firefly variant which did an excessive amount of damage to players. NPC grenade throw accuracy nerfs. They were too good, they were too accurate, so I'm just going to leave it at that. For optimal, the Outcast throws Molotov. Optimal distance is 20 meters. The Hyenas air burst optimal is 30. That's just some technical stuff I don't want to get into. We just know that it's been tweaked. Time's ticking, gotta get moving. Changes: reduced the grenade accuracy with distance to target. Well, I should have just read that then. Reduced the accuracy of Hyena throwers air burst, Black Mini tanks, grenade and cleaners, turrets, napalm air burst. NPC blind fire accuracy nerfs. The blind fire was too effective. Okay, well there you go. Changes: reduced how accurate NPCs are while blind firing. And you see the irony behind that? When you're blind, you can't see shit. Note legendary, get more accurate the longer they are blind firing. But this is still significantly less accurate. Well, they're more accurate because they just keep firing. They're playing the roll of the dice. They'll eventually get you. If you just unload an entire clip, or 10. NPCs no longer blind fire with a shotgun or sniper rifle. Okay, well that's good to know. NPCs instead switch to a pistol to blind fire with. That's funny. NPC aggressiveness. There's no easy global fix for NPC aggressiveness. There was no intentional desire to increase the aggressiveness with TU8. Instead, the shift in global difficulty from 7 to 8 surfaced underlying issues with various NPC behaviors, which could result in them being overly aggressive. Arrgh. Oh yeah, that's enough of that. These fixes only address some sources of the perceived NPC aggressiveness. They've been given their rabies shot, okay? That's what you do to calm them down. Changes: reduced frequency and aggressiveness of NPC behavior to advance on hidden targets, players who have not been exposed for a long duration. Fix prolonged aggressive circling caused by some NPCs' reactions to targets being too close, players who are within 5 meters of them. This affected the Hyena Assault, Cleaner Assault, and Outcast Assault. Believe me, get within 5 meters of a Hyena, you're going to get assaulted. Fixed some status effect reactions which could cause non-tank NPCs to path towards players aggressively. Further lowered likelihood of tank archetypes to rush towards player hive turrets to stomp them. Adjusted status effect reaction priorities to fix issues that allowed ensnared NPCs to still move if blinded or burned. Ouch. Npc Ability Nerfs. Certain NPC healing abilities were too strong. These changes reduced their strength. Man, these NPCs were kicking some real ass because I haven't played the game in a bit. But I'm probably going to give it a shot tomorrow. Changes. Black Tusk support station tuning. Support station no longer heals mechanical NPCs, warhounds, mini-tanks, etc. Support station no longer heals destructible props, which are objects players must destroy in a mission. Legendary version of support station now checks line of sight and has healing cap amounts like normal version. Armor kits no longer completely heal bounties and other bosses. Note, hunters still heal completely. Player buffs. Here we go. Give us some buffs here. Developer comment. The below are adjustments that should improve options in the player's toolkit to counter NPCs. We are reviewing more changes like these for TU10. Changes. Buff player skill survivability. Reduced how much damage player skills take from NPCs. Buffed damage of player status effects. Increased damage caused to NPCs by bleed. Increased damage caused to NPCs by poison. Increased damage caused to NPCs by napalm and snare. Buffed in cover blind fire. For players, reduce the size of players' hitbox against NPCs when they are in cover and are blind firing. This should make it feel less risky for players to blind fire at NPCs. Store. Instant season level unlocks. Players are now able to purchase instant season level unlocks. A level can be purchased for 100 premium credits in the season UI. Bug fixes. First, improvements to the issues causing frames per second drops in dark zones during extractions in longer play sessions. Fixed issues that could cause the NPCs for the Saturn Manhunt and Gold King bounties to spawn past a closed gate and making them inaccessible. Fixed an issue causing players to be unable to enter the technology laboratory in Kenley College. Fixed an issue causing players to be unable to remove the recommended activity projects from the HUD. Or causing the friendly oxidizer chem launcher skill to cause damage to allied players. Fixed an issue causing the frenzy talent to incorrectly stay active after swapping weapons. Or an issue causing players on Stadia to crash when accessing the Central Aquarium classified assignment. Piss on Stadia, no one cares about that thing anyways, I hope you drown in that aquarium. Fixed an issue that could cause the Seeker Mind skill to have a lower than intended cooldown. Or an issue that caused players to be unable to interact with the Scrambler during the settlement blockade activity. Or that could cause the doors to not open during the breakthrough the Black Tusk forces beat in DARPA Research Lab main mission. Fixed an issue that could cause progression to be blocked after getting killed by rogue agents during the invaded Grad Washington Hotel main mission. Fixed an issue that caused players to be unable to pick up keys in Operation Dark Hours normal mode after interacting with the crates. But when it's dark and you can't see shit, it's kind of hard to pick up keys on the ground. Have you ever dropped your keys at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning after you've been to the bar? And you're like, oh, where are my keys? Can't see shit. So that makes sense, but apparently they fixed that. Fixed an issue that could cause several Kajika bosses to be spawned in the Pathway Park main mission. Fixed an issue that could cause enemy NPCs to spawn out of thin air during open world activities. Oh yeah, just like that. Fixed an issue that could cause 2 buttons to have the same function when engaging in a global event and having a GE reward available. That's it. That's all. There's nothing else. Thank goodness that's over. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, go ahead, give it a thumbs down. Doesn't bother me. I'll just make sure when you play the game, you think the NPCs are aggressive. You thought this was bad. You don't know nothing about aggression. Because the next time you play and you're with your little buddies and you get a little fire team going, I think that's a term for Destiny, but whatever, it's going to be used here. This is what you get the next time you and your little buckos go and play the game. Somehow you recover from that and you want to redeem yourself, subscribe to the channel. Naturally, that would be greatly appreciated, but if not, thanks for stopping by anyways. Take care, boys and girls, or whatever it is you identify as, and as always, I'll hopefully see at least some of you in the next video. Bye for now.